Hey there! Are you ready for an amazing story? It's a real story, but you know what? It sounds just like a fairy tale. It's about a little girl with a huge dream. Come on, let's get started.
So, tell me, have you ever been playing outside and found a really cool treasure? Like maybe a super pretty feather or a shiny, sparkly rock? Well, the little girl in our story, she found a treasure too. And this one thing was about to change her life forever. I wonder what it was.
Okay, so our story starts way over in Australia on a really hot and sunny farm. And this is where we meet a little girl named Evonne.
Evonne had a really big, happy family. Can you believe it? She had 7 brothers and sisters. That's a lot of people to play with, right? Her family were the Wiradjuri people, the first people to ever live in Australia, long ago. Now, they didn't have a lot of money for fancy toys, but you know what they did have? A house just full of love and fun. So one day, Yvonne's playing outside, right by her dad's car, and she sees something peeking out from the dust. It was a round, bouncy tennis ball. Now, for a girl who didn't have many toys, this wasn't just any old ball. Oh no, this was a treasure, like the best treasure in the whole wide world. And Evonne just loved that ball. She played with it all day long. Her dad saw how happy it made her, and he decided to make her something super special. He took a piece of wood and made her her very own tennis racket. It wasn't a fancy one from a store, but it was made with so much love, and that made it the best racket ever. Okay, so now Evonne has her ball and her racket. And this is where a little tiny idea starts to grow, and it's about to turn into a huge dream. So one day, she's looking at a magazine and she sees this amazing story. It's about this place that looked like it was from a fairy tale, a place in England called Wimbledon. And there were pictures of this beautiful green grass and a girl holding up a giant shiny trophy because she just won a huge tennis game. Wow. For a little girl from a small farm in Australia, this Wimbledon place seemed as magical as a castle. And right then and there, a new dream popped into her head. She thought to herself, one day, I'm going to go there. I'm going to play tennis in that magical place. But, sometimes dreams have bumps in the road, and Evonne was about to face a really big problem. It was like a big fence was standing right in her way. So there was this tennis club right near her house with these really nice courts. But the people there wouldn't let her play. They had this really unfair rule, and just because of who her family was, she wasn't allowed in. So all she could do was stand outside the fence and watch the other kids play. That would feel so sad, wouldn't it? But you know what? Evonne didn't give up. No way. And pretty soon, someone was going to help her. Plus, she was about to find her very own secret weapon, a kind of superpower. There was this coach, his name was Vic Edwards, and he saw Evonne play. He saw how fast she was, how good she was. He knew she was special. So he asked her to come to the big city, to Sydney, so he could train her to be a real champion. Now, before she went, her mom gave her the best gift ever. It wasn't a toy, it was some words. She hugged Evonne tight and said, "Don't you worry about winning or losing. Just go out there, do your best, and have a really fun time." And that became Evonne's secret weapon. See, all the other players would get so nervous, always worrying about winning. But Evonne, she just remembered what her mom said. She just had fun. She would practically dance around the court, smiling the whole time. And because she was so happy and relaxed, she played better than anyone. So, using her secret weapon of just having fun, Evonne started to travel all over the world. First, she played in Sydney. Then she went to Paris. Then she flew all the way to New York. And then, finally, she made it. She was at that magical place she dreamed about. She was at Wimbledon. This is the best part. The little girl who found that old tennis ball, the one who wasn't allowed to play, was now at Wimbledon. And you're not going to believe this, she won. She won the whole thing. Her dream, her biggest dream, it came true. But wait, the story's not over. Winning was amazing, but Evonne had even more to do.
So she kept practicing. She kept working hard for 9 whole years. That is a long time. And all that hard work meant she did it again. She won Wimbledon for a second time.
And you know what made the second win extra, extra special? By now, Evonne was a mommy. Her own little daughter was there in the crowd watching her play. She was the first mom to win in a super long time. How cool is that? It shows that moms can have big dreams too.
So what does Evonne do now? Well, she helps other kids find their big dreams. She helps children just like she used to be learn how to play tennis. And she makes sure that no one ever has to stand behind a fence again. She shows them that their dreams can come true too.
Wow, what a story, right? It all started with just an old tennis ball, and it turned into a giant dream that really happened. Evonne's story shows us that it doesn't matter where you start. What's important is to dream big, to work hard, and what was her secret weapon? To always have fun. So now I've got a question for you. What's your big dream?